We work really hard to create as sustainable of a product as we can. Consumers have a lot of choice in the marketplace, and they've got a lot of noise that they need to try and make sense of. Everyone's saying my product's green, my product's sustainable. How does a consumer really figure all that out? What we're really focused on at Vetrazzo is maximizing the recycled content and minimizing the impact of producing our product. Vetrazzo is all about the glass. All the glass we use, 100% is recycled glass, and it makes up 85% of the material. We're using post-consumer glass, like straight out of the recycling bin. So if you look at a mix like Glass House, you can actually see the back silkscreen side looking through the glass at a Corona label, little hidden surprise, as we call it, where you can spot these evidences that, wow, that's glass out of the recycle bin. That's literally Corona bottles turned into my Glass House countertop. We take it from post-industrial sources where glass manufacturers have waste, they have scrap, they have off-spec material that they can't remelt and reuse in their process. They landfill it because it's cheaper than doing anything else with it. Or Vetrazzo can take it, transform it into mixes like floating blue, for example. And then there's all those really unique one-off sources where we're diverting it from the landfill. Like, for example, what happens when a city transitions away from their glass traffic lenses towards acrylic because it's cheaper to maintain the plastic ones? Well, the glass ones get landfilled. Or Vetrazzo can take them, transform them into a beautiful limited edition mix like we've done with Traffic Light Red. Every panel of Vetrazzo is a unique work of art. No two are ever the same. We don't have the luxury of ordering raw materials out of a catalog. So we're really creating one-of-a-kind work of art products because of our commitment to using nothing but recycled glass. So people often ask me, why are we doing this? What are we trying to create? I mean, we all love the Vetrazzo product, and that's certainly a part of it. But this is about something a lot more. This product has the ability to reach people in a passionate way that a lot of products don't. I mean, I spent my life in the software arena. I spent my life developing strip shopping centers, and it didn't resonate with me. I wasn't living true to my values of what I really felt this planet needed, which was an example of a better way to do business. And Vetrazzo has opened the door for us to create a dialogue about what is the triple bottom line and how can people improve the way we do business and what does the bigger picture look like? You know, people often ask, manufacturing in America, what do you do in manufacturing in California? Everyone outsources to China. That's where stuff is made these days. Well, the fact of the matter is we could do that too. And we could make Vetrazzo available in the marketplace at a significantly lower cost if we did that. So Vetrazzo is a triple bottom line company. And what that means is we put equal weight on people, planet, and profit. So think of it as a three-legged stool. If the legs of that stool aren't balanced, then the stool isn't functional. So profit. We all understand profit. If we're not profitable, if we're not economically viable, then we're not around to continue to have the influence and impact that we have. But then think about people, both people inside your organization as well as the community around you and the world at large. So things like offering all of the manufacturing employees full health care benefits, paid vacation, things that are very rare in the manufacturing environment. We focus on hiring locally from the community around us, which happens to be a very economically challenged and very high unemployment community. We're creating green-collar jobs, and we're setting an example of economic opportunity for them. But then the world at large, people in the planet at large, which is the greater influence that we're trying to have in influencing people's recycling behavior, which leads into planet. So, of course, we're trying to divert waste glass from the landfill. We're trying to create a greater awareness for recycling behavior and upcycling products and reducing the demand on the Earth's resources. But it's also about the day-to-day activities of green manufacturing and the many, many ways that you can be focused on greening your business through demanding recycled content in everything you buy, to the energy consumption and where you get your energy from. So it's really about looking at the integration of people, planet, and profit and redefining what the overall scorecard for business success looks like. So it's one thing to create a green or sustainable product, taking last night's Heineken and Chardonnay bottles, transforming them into tomorrow's countertop. But we also really try to focus on improving the sustainability of our manufacturing process. Of course, we're a certified green business, but we're really looking at how do we improve and lessen the impact of the manufacturing process. We focus on local materials straight out of the recycle bin in our community. We focus on energy consumption reduction. So we're in a daylit manufacturing facility. On a sunny day, we don't even need to turn the lights on in our plant. The employees love that, and it saves us energy. We're also looking at, as part of our sustainability plan, how we transform to solar and alternative energy sources to reduce our traditional energy consumption. We focus on low VOC materials in everything we do. But then we also look at the waste component. We utilize 200,000 gallons of water a month in our processing facility, but all of that water is recycled in a closed loop network. We use more water in the men's room than we do in the manufacture of our product. We have a dust booth that filters all of the dust particulate that comes from processing the recycled glass, because we don't want to release that into the atmosphere. We recycle our waste. Off-spec and broken scrap material is recycled into things like road bed, road base. And perhaps the thing that most excites me is that we're located in an old Ford assembly plant on the Richmond waterfront that Henry Ford built in 1930 to manufacture the Model A, and it's been sitting vacant for 30 years. We've recycled this classic manufacturing facility back to its manufacturing roots. So being committed to a better way of doing business means doing the work around documenting where you are today, creating a plan for improvement, and measuring your success against that plan. So Vetrazzo this year is undertaking a full life cycle analysis of our product, where we'll be documenting the carbon footprint and looking at the overall impact of our product in a quantitative way so that people have the data and they can actually compare what is Vetrazzo's impact on the planet against some of the other surfacing material options that they might want, like quarried stone that comes from halfway around the world, or some of the petroleum resin-based surfacing materials out there. And we want to be transparent about it. So we're really focused on where are we today, where do we want to get to, and what's the plan to get there. At the end of the day, what Vetrazzo, the product, is really about is creating a dialogue for upcycling, for what can happen to waste material when you apply some ingenuity and think about how do you close that loop. When I throw that bottle in the bin, it gets transformed into beautiful, durable, highly functional product. I remember when we were thinking of getting involved in this business a number of years ago, I called a Vetrazzo customer and I wanted to talk to ones in California and New York, and they're very sustainable minded already, no surprises there. But I remember talking to one woman in particular, a homeowner in Dallas, Texas, and I asked her, why did you buy Vetrazzo? And she said to me, well, I bought it because it was cool looking and no one in my neighborhood had anything like it. She says, sugar, I'd never recycled a bottle in my life. But now the gals come over and we talk about recycling. And how cool is that, to have that influence? And that's what our product does. It's a focal point, and it gets people talking about the bigger picture of sustainability. Architects and designers, they build these LEED certified buildings, which is fantastic. But oftentimes people walk into them, and if it weren't for the plaque in the corner that talks about their certification, they might not know there's anything special. When they see Vetrazzo, when they walk past it and the light's shining on it and they see the depth and the sparkle and they can't help but touch it and say, wow, what is this? And then they learn that that's old Sky vodka bottles or old window demolition glass. It gets a dialogue going. I want to inspire people with Vetrazzo. I want them to look at it and go, wow, that's cool, what's that? And then when they hear that story of glass transformation, I want the light bulb to go on, and I want them to think about the bigger picture of this world that we live on and its finite resources. And if we can influence just one more consumer, one more homeowner to think about it before they toss that bottle in the trash, then we all win.